So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do Dutch braids to get this really cool heatless hairstyle.
And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it live. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us all tonight.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Maxine and thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do Dutch braids to get this really cool heatless hairstyle. I really love how this comes out. Every time I do it, it's such an easy way to get dressed up and do your hair. So I didn't use any heat for this hairstyle. I just slept on some braids. Yeah, it comes out really beachy and wavy and I just love how this comes out. So I wanted to show you guys how I do this style. This is the perfect example on how it takes 2 seconds to do this hairstyle if you're going out somewhere like an event. Like right now I'm going to my friend's bridal shower. So I did my makeup, but then my hair only took me 5 minutes. If you want to see how to get this heatless waves hairstyle, then definitely keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this video a big thumbs up if you liked it and want to see more hairstyle tutorials. I have a lot of different hairstyles planned to come out on this channel, so definitely stay tuned. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Maxine Glynn. Okay, so let's just get right into how I do this heatless hairstyle. Okay, so I'm starting off with a tail comb. I know I look really crazy right now, but it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm doing this right before I go to bed. My hair is like 80-90% dry. It's still a little bit humid, but I'm just detangling it, and I parted it down where I part my hair on the side, and I parted it all the way down the middle of my head in the back. And the brush that I'm using is the wet brush, and this is like the Disney collection. I'm just starting off by sectioning out the side that I'm not working on yet, and I'm going to start parting the other side. For the first section for this hairstyle, I take a big piece of hair. I start at my temple and I draw a line to my part line and take that big chunk of hair and separate it into 3 pieces. Starting off how you would braid a normal braid, I'm taking the outer 2 pieces and I'm crossing them under each other. So the outer piece I'm crossing underneath the middle piece, and that becomes the middle piece. And then I reposition my hands and I add some hair from my hairline to the outer piece of the pieces that I'm holding. And then I take that and I cross that underneath the middle piece, and that becomes the middle piece. So then I just keep repeating this step over and over again and just try to hang in there and watch what I'm doing. It's hard to see people braid hair, I know, all the time. Sometimes watching videos is hard, but just know that every single time I add hair to the outer piece, I'm crossing it underneath the middle piece and I'm repositioning my hands. And then I'm taking the other side of hair that's from my scalp and I'm adding that into the outer piece, and I'm crossing that underneath to become the middle piece and repositioning my hand and starting over by the hairline again. So it's really just kind of like a back and forth motion. A lot of crossing, a lot of crossing pieces. I know it can get confusing, but the trick is to always cross the outer piece underneath the middle piece. So you cross the left outer piece underneath the middle, and the right outer piece underneath the middle, and the left outer piece underneath the middle, and the right outer piece underneath the middle. And each time you're adding hair into those outer pieces. So before you cross them, you just add a little bit of hair in. So like right now I'm adding a little bit of hair into that outer piece. I'm repositioning my hand, so I'm taking that entire piece and I'm crossing it under. I'm taking a little bit of hair, I'm adding it into the outer piece. I'm now grabbing it in my other hand, repositioning my hand, and crossing it underneath that piece. And basically, it's just kind of like the same, exactly like I said, a left and right motion. If you're not ambidextrous like me, it can definitely get a little bit challenging, but just keep working on it. Try it on like a mannequin head, or just keep trying it on yourself. Doing this braid along the hairline like I'm doing, you know how I'm like following the big Dutch braid around the hairline and it's not too far back? It's a little bit easier to work with because my arms don't get tired the entire time I'm doing it, you know? Like sometimes if you're doing the braid closer to the part line, very, very high up on top of the head, it can get really hard because your arms get so tired the whole time, so it's hard to concentrate on what you're doing. But this way, the way that the braid is sitting on the head is a little bit easier, especially if you're a beginner. And now that I've reached the very end of the braid, you saw me brushing out the rest of my hair, because before I continue the braid all the way down, it's really, really important for this hairstyle to make sure that there's no tangles, there's no weird like loops and things like that that are stuck in the hair, so that when you take the hair out later, it's like just this perfect smooth wave, you know? So definitely before you continue braiding all the way down, you definitely just make sure that there's no tangles left in the hair. And here I'm braiding down as far down as I can possibly go. It's nice to leave a little bit of some straight pieces at the end, so don't braid all the way down, because if you leave a little bit of straight pieces at the end, that's going to make it nice and beachy looking and very like lived in and textured. But too much of the straight pieces on the end don't look that good, so definitely just braid far down enough, maybe leave like an inch of straight hair out. And now I'm just going to repeat everything I did on this other side of my head, so if you guys just want to hang out and watch. I've sped all of this up completely just so that it's easier to watch the second time. But yeah, like the most important thing when it comes to braiding like the Dutch part that's attached to the head is to just make sure that when you're bringing in the pieces to add in, just smooth them really quick with your fingers before you cross them in also, because then you make sure that all of the hair at your scalp is nice and smooth as well. Another thing is that for this hairstyle, it's really important to keep the Dutch braid closer to the hairline, down around the ear and towards the neck, but underneath the ear. Like, it's just really important to keep it closer to the face, because it's just going to make like a nice soft kind of wave. Other hairstyles, you can keep the braid towards the back of the part line, and that would make for like a tighter curl in some areas of the hair. But for this specific hairstyle, I really wanted to keep the Dutch braid close to the face and around the ear and down towards the neck. So yeah, just keep that in mind as you're braiding it, to kind of concentrate on keeping it towards the ear. But yeah, just go ahead and watch the rest of this, and I'll see you guys at the end. And this is the final result of what it looks like right when I'm done with the Dutch braids. I love it. It looks so neat and it's so comfortable to sleep on. Okay, so I slept on this hair and it's the next day and I'm actually all ready to go. Today I have my friend's bridal shower to go to. So I have my makeup done and I have my cute romper on. And yeah, so literally this is the last thing I have to do. I just have to take my hair out and I'm doing it on camera to show you guys what it looks like. So I'm just taking out these hair ties. This is the no heat curls. I love this because it's so easy. It's just a little bit frizzy from me sleeping on it, but it's not a big deal. I just take it out really lightly. And I'm just going to spray it with some soft hairspray. The soft hairspray I'm using today is the Paul Mitchell one. I also love the Matrix one. Just any flexible hairspray is really good. But I'm not going to really brush through this too much. I'm just really gently taking it out with my fingers. And yeah, definitely give this a try because this no heat wave curl option is really, really nice and easy. And I feel like this would be perfect for any length of hair. It really doesn't matter what length of hair you have. Even if you have a bunch of layers, this would look really pretty. So, I'm just going to take my comb and lightly comb over this top part to get all the frizz out. But I'm not really dragging it down because if I comb out these waves, it's going to get really fluffy. And I don't want it to be too fluffy because waves are already fluffy enough, you know? I'm just going to spray it. I can feel that my hair is still a little bit humid from the you know, like the water that was in it last night, the dampness. My hair is naturally curly and wavy, so any type of humidity is going to make it puff. So I'm going to put a little bit of extra hairspray in it than I usually would, because I don't want it to continue to expand as it's like down, you know. Usually like I'll let my hair dry even more before I do the braids, but last night I was tired, it was late, so I just threw it in the braids when it was probably like 80% dry, so still 20% humidity in my hair or dampness or anything. It's like the next day it's not going to be as dry as I would want it when I take it out of the waves, but it's 100% dry right now. It's just I can kind of feel the humidity. You know your own hair. My hair holds a lot of water and a lot of moisture, so I can definitely feel it, but if I put a bunch of this in, it's not going anywhere. Yeah, so I just kind of separate them just so that they don't look like braids anymore. It just makes like a little S shape. Easiest hairstyle ever. Actually running a couple of minutes late, but it's okay. So now I'm taking out the other side. See, it just gives me like this really easy beach wave. I didn't have to do any heat. I literally braided it and slept on it. This is the best hairstyle ever. And yeah, so my friend's bridal shower is today, and that's why I'm all done up, but I feel like it's probably going to be somewhat outside. It's a nice day out, so I'm sure it's going to be outside. So I might put this one side up a little bit just to kind of get it out of my way. Yeah, the only thing that would make this hairstyle get messed up is if you like were too rough with taking it out of the braids and you fluffed it up too much. Like if I took a brush to my hair right now, it would be out to here, you know what I mean? So that's the only thing that you can really do to like mess this up, is if you over fluff it or something. So you can just tell I'm just literally lightly separating the curls just to get it out of the braid, but that is it. And now I'm going to spray it. I'm putting a little bit, like I said, a little bit of extra hairspray so it doesn't continue to expand. Okay, so now I want to flip all of my hair to the back, and I want to just make sure it's not like separated like a weird line from it being braided all night. So I'm just bringing it to one side. These straps are going to annoy me all night. They keep falling off. Bringing it to one side, and I'm just going to really lightly, I'm just going to say it here so you guys can hear me. I'm just going to really lightly bring the back together, you know, like making sure that there's no line, and I'm going to spray it. Really lightly. You don't want the front to look really nice and then the back is like a puffball, so just be careful. And now I'm going to bring it to the other side, because you don't want it to be all weird and dented in any way. The cool thing about these waves too is they're really like flexible, you know, you can do whatever you want with this style. Right now I'm going to leave it down, but first I'm going, my hair's so long I can't forget to like spray the very ends, you know. Alright, so another trick is get a hand mirror and make sure that it looks good in the back. So back yourself up to a big mirror, like your bathroom or anything. I'm just going to go over here really quick because I have a nice big mirror over here. But just back up to a nice mirror and like look at the back of your hair like this. Okay? And then you can make sure. And you can make sure it doesn't look all crazy. Pretty much looks good. I just had to bring this a little bit closer. So came out. I think I might put this side up a little bit, but I'm going to show you guys the back of it. You see it? I think I'm going to put this side up. So I'm just pinching kind of right near my ear and twisting it just a little bit. And keeping it low down because I want this piece of hair to hide the bobby pin. So now I'm just holding it in place and sliding this in a little bit. Go kind of right behind my ear. Go up a little bit like this. And now I want to cross it, but I want to cross it still going kind of like up. Like I don't want to cross it too diagonal because then you'll see the bobby pin. So crossing the bobby pins like this in a crisscross motion, crisscross shape, will help it not move. Now I'm just going to take this piece of hair and lay it right over the top so you don't see it. And now just kind of smooth this out, make sure it's not frizzy. Yeah, I feel like that's nice because it'll just keep it out of my way in case it's like super humid. Yeah, so I was gonna say the good thing about this hairstyle is you can pretty much do whatever you want with it. You can leave it down, or you can do this, or you can put it all up in a high ponytail. I do that a lot. I'll take these waves and put it in a high ponytail and get this like cool big like ponytail. I'll do that as a hairstyle one day on this channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'm just gonna give it another spray because I gotta go. Okay, so this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really always love how this comes out. This is the easiest way to do my hair all fancy, and I hope you guys give it a try, and I hope it makes your life a little bit easier when you have to go out to a fun event and don't feel like doing a bunch of hot tools on your hair. Definitely try this style, and if you do try it and learn how to do it from this video, definitely tag me in any pictures that you post. I would love to see them, and if you tag me, I will repost them on my Instagram. So definitely don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's at Maxine Glynn. Subscribe to this channel if you like my videos, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked watching this hairstyle tutorial, and definitely stay tuned for the future because I have a lot more hairstyles coming out. Leave me any suggestions in the comments of different styles that you want to see. That's my bird Yippee in the background. You will hear him make different cameos throughout my channel. Anyway, so I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Just watch me break it.